Hey everybody, how's it going tonight? This is Dave with the Gamer's Edge, and we are bringing tonight one of the product reviews that we were supposed to do a couple of weeks ago, but because of some scheduling conflicts, we had to actually go ahead and change that. Was supposed to go ahead and stream on our Twitch channel, but we're going to do that here first, and then we're going to upload those to our Twitch and our other Gamer Aficionados channel that we just launched a little bit ago. So what we're doing is I ordered a bag. One of the products and services that I've been working on for the past couple of weeks is actually looking at doing a DM slash GM service for customers and basically anybody who's looking to get together with friends, family, parties, events, whatever, and bring some games and gaming to the event. So whether it's Dungeons and Dragons or Code Names or Munchkin, whatever it is, you can go ahead and you can hire us, and we'll have professional GMs and DMs head out to your event and have you guys kicked off for a really good time. So what I needed to do was I was looking into some equipment that'll help me transport some things that I would need back and forth. And one of the things I was looking at was a bag for any D&D events or Pathfinder or anything like that, any role-playing events. There's a couple of bags that I have, but I was looking something more specific toward that area of gameplay. This way I can kind of just keep things consolidated. I'm not dragging around a bunch of stuff. So I found something online called the Enhanced RPG Adventurers bag. It was on Amazon and it looked pretty neat. Looked like it was everything that I needed for DMing D&D sessions or Pathfinder sessions uh, or Cthulhu, whatever RPG that you wanted to host. So I thought I'd give it a shot. So I have the product here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at it and see what we got. So what I'll do is open this guy up. And let's take a look. Had it for a couple of weeks now, so it's kind of interesting to see. Now, some of the things, just looking at it online, some of the things that kind of drew me to it was the amount of books it said it held. Looks like it had anywhere from like 4 to 8 books. The size of the books, they really didn't go into specifics. It just said 4 to 8 books. So it'd be kind of interesting to see. I have stacks of D&D books here that we're going to give it a shot with, but it also had a top part compartment that you can put your miniatures into. So with some of the events that I run, we use grid play to represent the player characters, and I use miniatures for the monsters and the player characters. So this was neat to be able to, I don't have to have a different bag like one of my army transports or something like that to bring that, and then another bag that I'm hauling my DM stuff with if we're live streaming it, and my video equipment. So that's what I mean, how I was trying to look for something that's going to kind of consolidate as much of this stuff into one unit. So yeah, right off the bat, it definitely looks a lot smaller than it did on the website, which doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. It doesn't mean it's not going to be bulky or anything like that, but I thought it definitely looked a little bit bigger. Now, the guy that they had modeling it was pretty thin, and I'm a pretty portly guy, so maybe that's why it looked bigger when we were taking a look at it. But anyway, I think Enhanced, they put out two different kinds. They call this one the Adventurer's bag, and then I think there's one that's like a player's bag. It's a smaller version. That one I was expecting to be kind of smaller than probably about this size here, to be honest with you. And I went ahead and intentionally steered away from that one because I wanted something with a little bit more room to bring all the stuff that I have. So yeah, that's a little I don't want to say disappointing, but it's definitely not what I was thinking. And then there's like, oh, oh, so that's weird. Okay, so that's actually a button. It looks like it's, a strap clasp that you would go ahead and tighten up. Uh, this is like the little flap, and I would think that this would go ahead and then open up the top part of this bag, but it doesn't. It's really just there for cosmetic show, and all it is just this button here. So this doesn't do anything. It's just for looks. Which, I mean, it's zippered, so I guess it doesn't really matter because it's not like something's gonna fall out of here or anything like that. So let's take a look and see. I assume this is the top part. Yep. So this is the top part here that has the space for your minis. But depending on the type of monsters that you have in your adventure, you may have to use a different foam slot. And it's one size. So I couldn't even use like a battle foam or something like that to kind of custom make this this padding for it. If you're not familiar with it, battle foam is what's used for a lot of the Army Transport series, which I have a bag here. I may come off screen for a little bit. So here's one of my Army transports, and what I was trying to avoid was going and using, this is the bag, and this is actually pretty good because I'm going to go ahead and do this as like a compare, but this is the bag that I was using to bring all my stuff, and it's a bag from ThinkGeek, and it's one of their bag of holders. This is what I currently use, so we're going to be able to see differences right away, but I just wanted to see if I can show you what this guy looks like in here. So yeah, so this is the Army transport, and this is the battle foam. So this is what I thought was going to be inside of here, and as you can see here, these are pretty much fixed in the size and the dimensions. So a lot of your player figures would fit inside of here, but what I'm thinking are my monsters. So depending on how many encounters we're running in that particular campaign for the evening and how many monsters I have built in, I would need something else to carry them in because they wouldn't fit inside of here. If you look at this battle foam, I don't know if you can see really good enough, but each of these foam pieces pull out. It's a little piece of foam that you would just separate and then pull out. It's a long little string of it. And I can go ahead and I can make any size that I want. So if you can see here, some of these are bigger than some of these guys here. And for some of my War Machine stuff that I run for people, excuse me, I could pluck these out to fit however my character looks like with my Bane Knights that have their shields out and their halberds out. I can go ahead and pluck these out so that it fits in nice and snug and it stays in there. I don't have to worry about it jolting around or anything like that. So, and we can see the thickness. I mean, this is one of the smaller battle foams, and you can already see the difference. Well, no, there's a difference in thickness. You can see it. So, yeah, it's a little disappointing on that one there. I thought it was definitely going to be something different. I mean, is it a deal breaker? No. It's not like I carry thousands of monsters or something like that. So I can always put them in something else and have like the staple characters in here, your clerics and barbarians and stuff like that. And then, use something like this. But again, I was looking for something that's going to make this a one-stop shop. And I'm already seeing that I'm probably going to have to bring this guy out of retirement to use in conjunction. Again, let's see how the rest of it goes, but already the size is kind of not what I expected. And the main sell point for me, really, was the tray to hold the minis. Like I said, this is my workhorse now, and I fit tons of books inside of here. I can even get the starter boxes inside of here along with the books. Throw my Surface in there, so this thing hauls a lot of stuff. Um, yeah, it's definitely not what I thought it was going to be. But let's keep looking. That's just two out of two so far. All right, so the tray. Let's see if we're going, 1 out of 5. I give it a 3. It seems like it does what it's supposed to do, but my expectation for it was a little bit higher. So I guess in its functionality, it could be like a 4. They really should have used something with some better foam. They should have had it where maybe this is a little bit taller, so you can stack a couple of them at least instead of just one. And they definitely should have included some sort of battle foam in here that you can go ahead and customize it to what you need, not necessarily just be married to this one particular item right here. So, I mean, it is advertised the way that they said, but my expectations for it was definitely something else. So let's take a look on the inside then. Well, I'm going to put this over here for right now, but I'm going to bring that out because we're going to definitely do a comparison with that now. All right, so here's your compartment for your books. And that's definitely what it's going to be, is just books. I could probably get my Surface in there if I needed to. It's obviously going to take away from the storage capacity of the books. If I put my Surface in this back one, I'm probably seeing, and I got some books here. So if I was going to go ahead and put 1, 2, we're just going to assume my Surface would go in the back. All right, so that's 3 manuals. And that's probably going to be your Player's Guide, your Dungeon Master's Guide, and your Monster Manual. Now it said 4 to 8. Well, there's 3. Here's one. I'm trying to look for a kind of a thicker one here. Yeah, these are more of your. All right, so there's 5 in there. If you look at your 3 core books that you would probably put in here, and then whatever adventure you're running, the books for that. No, not really. I can't even squeeze in like character sheets or something like that if I needed to bring them, new group they've never played before. So we're going to roll some new characters and stuff like that. If I have my Surface in here, I wouldn't even have enough room to put anything in here for character sheets unless I'm willing to deep six some of these books here. So let's just assume I just needed the 1 book for the campaign. Then I could get some sheets in here, but that's basically it. 1, 2, 3, 4. They said 4 to 8. If I didn't bring my laptop with me, and let's go with some of the smaller ones so you can kind of see where this is your normal size book and this is one of the thinner books that they put out there. So if I was going to do that, you are only going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a thin one, 6. They say 4 to 8, so technically you're getting your 4 to 8. But what you would really need for a session, you wouldn't get that in here. Now, again, this isn't a comparison of this bag versus the bag of holding by ThinkGeek. It's just, this is what I use now. And I'm just looking to see, if it's even worth me keeping this thing or just returning it. Because there's my Warlock trinkets. And so this here has a dedicated sleeve for my laptop. And so here's the sleeve here for the laptop. I don't know if you can see that really well or not, but it's got a dedicated sleeve for my laptop, so it's not taking away from the room that's in here. Now, this never said anything about holding a laptop and books, so I'm not putting that as a mark against it. I'm just looking at what I currently have versus what I thought I was getting, and is it good for me to keep this thing? So the nice thing about this is, I mean, I have my Surface. It's a 15-inch Surface, but I do have an Alienware laptop too that I use if I'm running like Tabletop Simulator, or a couple of other Zoom sessions and stuff like that. That I need some more beefier power, and it's a 17-inch. I can get that in there. So if I needed to get that there, now it would take away a little bit. So let's just say if I was using my Surface, let's just go that way there. So let me take these guys out. So we're comparing apples to apples. And I can get one more. So I can get basically almost the entire, there's one left in here, okay? I can get the entire capacity of this inside this one section and still have room for my laptop. And I mean, I can get this in here too. If I wasn't running this to use for the stream, I would try to get that in here, but I can get all of those books in there and still have my laptop. And this thing still has room. I can still put more in here if I wanted to, but I'm going to leave that for the space that the laptop would have taken up. So I can basically get all the contents of that guy in here, and I still have this other pouch here to get stuff into. So these are two small ones. Here are shadows. Here's 4 more books. The books aren't in here, but it's still the same size. Here's the stuff for the player's handbook and the monster. So that one there, what is that? Oh, it's snagged on something. Well, you know what? That probably wouldn't be able to go there like that, but I still would be able to get some other books. Here's the DM's Guide, Martial Powers. Yeah. So you can get those guys in there. And let's just see something here, which I never even really thought of until just right now. So I could, now, to be honest and to be fair, it is squishing it a little bit, but the thing is, it still zips up. My image wouldn't be messed up or anything like that in here. So I have everything that we fit inside of here, plus 4 more books, plus I could use one of my battle foams and put it inside of here. Now, this thing is then packed to the gills, but the nice thing about this is it not only has the carrying strap, it has the handle, which is stitched in there real nice, but it also has the carrying strap, and I usually take this on conventions and stuff like that too. It has backpack. And it has the backpack straps. So a couple of ways I can carry things. And I still have the slot back here where I can put the character sheets if I wanted to. And I have the front button here where I can go ahead and put supplies like my little Post-its, pens, my little markers, stuff like that. Yeah. And the other nice thing too is which I wanted to see on this. Okay, so it has the little padded feet to keep it from getting damaged, like putting it on the floor and stuff like that. Now, these are just some of the things that I'm thinking of as far as like feature-wise and stuff like that. They're not make or breaks on a purchase, that I would think anyways. But down here, it has the feet, and the bottom is also leather, or like, it's not the material of the bag. Whereas this guy has that too, has the more, I don't know what you call it, it's not leather, but I don't know what you call it. But it has the material here, so if you are putting it flat down and it's rubbing against or something like that, you're not going to risk damaging the soft fabric here and tearing it. But it would have been nice if they included like those little feet too that just kept it off the ground, or like little metal round things or something. I could probably add that myself if I wanted to, just like Gorilla Glue a couple of things to the bottom or on the corners on each four and do it that way. But yeah, and this is super comfy to carry around. I mean, that's a lot of stuff, and truth be told, that would probably be if I'm doing a couple of events at like a game show or a gaming convention or a comic convention, and I'm going to host a couple of events. I would definitely bring something like that. But this guy here, if I decided to keep it, it would definitely be something that I'm being hired to go ahead and GM an event, somebody's house or a party or something like that. And I have a very specific list of things that I need to bring, not a lot. Then I could see this as a go-to for it. The thing that's still bothering me is this guy here. I mean, it didn't say in the advertisement that this is like cosmetic or fake. I was actually thinking it was something that would really strap down. And it does bother because it's not even lined up. I mean, the clasp is right here, but the button is down here. So it doesn't even sit right. You're pushing it up anyway just to make it sit, and it doesn't look nice. So it's just one of those attentions to detail. If they were going to make it just for cosmetic purposes, then they should have made it where it actually sits flush as it shuts down, but it doesn't. It is what it is, I guess. Now, it looks like it does have some rings here, so there must be a bag strap, because it looks like there's two metal eyelets right here. Oh, there's more stuff. Okay, yeah, it does have the strap. And it's the swivel, so those are nice. So they don't, what the heck? Oh, that's weird. Yeah, it's the little swivel straps, so, it's not getting all caught up and stuff like that when it's being pulled around on your shoulder. So that's pretty cool. At least they got that right. So that's nice. Don't know what this is here though. Oh, a warranty card. 3-year warranty. Okay, so I have a 3-year warranty on this thing. That strap falls off or something. I have no idea. I don't know what you would warranty a bag like that for. But whatever. Okay. A registration thing. I don't know. I've never seen that before in a bag. That's weird. Unless they're just using this as a marketing thing because it's on here, become a VIP, product giveaways, discounts, sneak peeks of products. It's more probably just marketing. Oh, how does your new product make you feel? Maybe I'll fill this out and let them know. There is a phone number on here for the smiley face and the sad face. Yeah, I think I will tell them about the tray because that's kind of no bueno. Definitely should have definitely should use battle foam. And this strap. The size, I mean, I guess the size can be okay. I was expecting something bigger. I mean, you see the size of, the bag of holding that I have there. I was kind of expecting this to be the same thing, but it being smaller would not necessarily be a deal breaker for me. I can live with that. When I got the books in there, you can tell everything fit nice and snug. But that's kind of the thing too. Everything fits nice and snug. So you don't have a lot of wiggle room if you were to need it for something. Whereas with that, I have the wiggle room for it, but if I'm using that wiggle room, now I am carrying a very heavy bag. So there are pros and cons to it. I'm not going to knock it because if I remember correctly, what they had on the product description on the site, 4 to 8 books. It held, I think, 6 of them that we counted in there. It does have the tray for the miniatures, which I think they said like 16 miniatures or something like that. Okay, they weren't lying there. It does have. I guess if the lesson learned here is devil's in the details. So, I'll know for the next time to kind of pay attention. Maybe if I would have noticed those dimensions, because I believe they do have the dimensions of the character tray and stuff like that, I would have paid attention to those dimensions and looked at it and go, oh, wait a minute, my battle foams are a little bit bigger than that, so that would have given me an idea of what I was getting into. I don't think they mentioned anything about this fake clamp, which is now starting to bother me more. It does have storage in here. I guess we're going to put pens, pencils, notebooks. Dice is really what would be going in here. Dice, character, little markers, maybe some spell cards. That's most likely what would be going in this thing. The other thing that they said about this was, I guess this is it. Just one of the things they add on here is, the ability to carry, your maps and stuff like that. Okay, so that would be something nice because, like I said before, I do run campaigns with battle maps. And I do have one here. So, this is a little bit of an awkward way. All right, so this is a standard battle map from Gale Force 9. And it comes in the, the protective tubing, which I would leave it in. I would not take it out. The map that it showed on the website, it was just like a paper rolled up map. So, it wasn't in anything protective. I would not carry my maps around like that because these things are expensive. So, yeah, I mean, it'll hold it. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass to get it in here, but okay. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. And this doesn't, oh. Yeah, this is garbage. I think I'm going to send a copy of this video to this company. This is garbage. It's this tiny little piece of Velcro that, quite honestly, now I know why I have the warranty card in there. This thing would not last at all. So the ability to carry my maps would really be a moot point because this thing here does not have a very long life expectancy. Yeah, this is garbage. They really shit the bed doing this. Come on, man. Can't even put a decent strap. It's not even a strap. It's not even a strap. This is like an LA freaking fashion model. There's like nothing on this thing is real. I got a fake flappy that doesn't even buckle, and I got fake straps that I don't even know why they got this buckle here. The only thing that holds this thing together is this piece of Velcro. I don't know if you can see this shit. This piece of Velcro right here. It doesn't even strap to anything. So you see the thickness of this guy. And like I said, I would not just roll this thing up as paper and attach it to here and bring it along, because it's going to get ruined. That's why I keep them in the plastic containers. And the other sell point, the reason why I went with this thing, is because it had on here that it would hold my maps. And I'll give it another try. You know what? Sometimes you just gotta know when to fold them. Isn't that a song? Know when to fold them? Or some shit like that. And this is definitely it here. Got a couple of friends out there that are doctors, and this is probably the parts of your careers that you don't like, when you got to sit there and go, all right, time to call it. And I mean, I know it's exaggerating a little bit doing that, but let's get for real. Anybody out there who's on this channel, you attend conventions, because that's how you became a subscriber to my channel, meeting us at one of the conventions that we were at. So, you know, racing to an event or racing to a photo op or an autograph session, you got this thing slung on there and you're running down the aisles to get to it. And this thing jumping up and down, your freaking $40 map is going to be a finder's keepers for somebody at that con. So, yeah, this is going back. Yeah. I mean, yeah, this wouldn't be worth it, because even though this guy here doesn't really have anything, oh Lord, that's heavy. I wouldn't even be worrying about something like this. Even though this doesn't say that it holds maps or anything like that. I mean, I could get, I wouldn't do it like that, but I probably could figure something out if I really honestly needed to do it. And really the point is, this never made the claim to do it, so I'm not really worried whether I could or couldn't. If I had to carry it, that's on me, because I know what I got into when I got this. I was at the store, so I actually got to see it. This was just seeing it on a website. But it already definitely failed on this. Like I said, I'm not going to knock it too much on this, but it definitely failed on this map thing here. And it's got a couple of other little side pockets, but at this point, you know, I think it's a little too late to woo me over and get my forgiveness. Yeah, it's just a side pocket. So, yeah, I'll leave these tags on, because I'm just going to wrap it back up, stick it back in there, and print my Amazon return label. It's not cheap. This thing is $90 before tax. So, to be fair, I'm not sitting here again doing a comparison of this bag versus this bag, but I got that one at GameStop, and I got it for like, I want to say 30. So I could have bought 3 of these for what I spent on this. If it was more quality, I don't mind spending the money on stuff like that, especially, when I'm doing it for this, um, because I look at it as I'm investing in something that I'm passionate about. That's why I started the business. That's why I started the service. That's why I do the things that I do, is because I enjoy gaming. I enjoy pop culture. I enjoy comics. I sit there at cons and my wife sees me. I can be, I'll talk to customers for an hour, 2 hours, standing up and just talking about the movies that they saw, whether it's, any of the DC movies or the Marvel movies or the new comic that came out or the new game that we might be demoing on that table. Um, I'll go for 12, 14 hours straight of maybe drinking nothing but like 2 bottles of Gatorade and not eating anything the whole entire day. But I'm on my feet talking to you guys, talking to the customers that come in because I enjoy it. I love it. So this stuff here, investing into this, only helps to be able to do things and to bring more services and products to you guys and just bring that love of games and comics and toys just that much, we make that connection that much more. So I don't mind, when I trump down the $90 for this thing, I didn't think of it as, oh my God, it's $90, blah, blah, blah. As long as it was going to be worth it and really contributing to making your night that I am DMing or GMing, for a game or anything like that, a memorable one. And it would still be, because that's my job and that's what I do. These are just some of the things that help me to do that. And I don't really think this is going to help me too much. So I really want to like this thing because it looks nice. It's sharp. And don't get me wrong. Maybe some of you guys out there that don't need it for what I need it for, this could be right up your alley. If you're going to an event that we're hosting and you just need to throw your player's manual and that's all you should be bringing. If we're playing, D&D or Pathfinder, you guys shouldn't be bringing monster manuals or anything like that. But if you're bringing a couple of books, maybe the campaign book, shouldn't be bringing that either. But you know what I mean. You got a couple of things inside of there, and your laptop and stuff like that. This could definitely work for you. So I'm just saying, for me and for what I need it for, it doesn't look like it's gonna cut the mustard. Especially this thing here, kind of stuff. So yeah, that's really it. I mean, if you're asking for my opinion on it, it's a nice looking bag. It's pretty sexy looking. It seems like it's made durable as far as like these straps and stuff like that. In all honesty, I don't know how long this thing would last down here because it's just a cheesy piece of Velcro that's kind of sewn in there. But the zippers seem to be a little sturdy. I'm going to look and see if I can find some feedback on people who've actually bought this thing. I thought I saw a hole in here. But, I mean, it doesn't look like it's cheaply made. This bothers. This is probably the only thing that I'm really going to give it a 1 out of 5 for. This is just horrible. But, again, for something like casual, going to an event, just need a couple of things. Or maybe you're going to a con and you're looking at picking up some books and you need something to bring them back in. This could work for you. For me, using it to host events and to travel to clients' homes and host gaming events for them, it's not really gonna work. So that's pretty much it. The Enhance Tabletop RPG Adventurer's Bag. When we go ahead and we put this up, this video will get uploaded to our Gamer Aficionado website, which is the gaming group for the Gamer's Edge. So anybody who's interested in joining our Gamers group, check that out. I'll put some information for it. This will also get uploaded to our YouTube, so all that information and links and all of that stuff will be somewhere on this page thing here. But yeah, if you're looking at getting into something like that, like I said, it might work for you. I'll put a little bit more of a detailed review on there, and I'll see if I can find some people's comments and let you know what those things are. But if anybody else has this thing and they're happy with it, please go to our page, post comments on there. When the Gamer Aficionado website gets launched officially, it'll have product reviews, and you'll be able to go ahead and post comments on there, put the gradings on there and stuff like that, and it'll keep a live tally. I think the system goes from 1 to 5 stars and stuff like that. So feel free to go out there and put the reviews on the stuff that we have in here, your comments, your experiences. But yeah, for me, when it does go out there and we put the official review on there, for me, it's going to be a 2 star. It's okay, but it's not really what I thought it was going to be. And this, between this thing and this thing here, it really took the wind out of my sails. Kind of disappointed, man. I was looking forward to this thing for a couple of weeks, and now that I see it, it's like wah wah wah. So it is what it is. Um, so that's it. I'm going to try to go and put some more information out there on our new Twitch channel, our new Gamer Aficionados website, and we also have a Discord server now. So we're going to be able to host virtual games. I attended Gen Con last week, and one of the reasons, the methods behind my madness, was I wanted to learn with that. We all know, it being a traditional 4-day in-house gaming convention, now all of a sudden got thrust into a 4-day virtual convention. And I kind of was a little apprehensive on how that was going to work, but I wanted them to succeed so bad, because if they can figure that out, that opens up a whole new door on being able to get together with people, on being able to host events, not necessarily have to worry about being physically at a game location to demo games or run campaigns or um, do events that are coming out for certain game systems. We can look at holding these things virtual. And the beauty of that was, even at Gen Con, you have people who come from pretty far away, but I was sitting down at virtual tabletops with people from Norway, with people from Greece, with people from France, and then people here from the States, people from South America. I mean, it was great. It was great. So I'm glad that they were able to figure that out, and I have a couple of contacts there that I'm going to be discussing things with, so that I can leverage that to what we're going to be able to present for you guys. But one of the things that we did was we got our Discord server set up. So what I'm going to do is I'll put the invitation link on that in our Gamer's Edge page, and you guys feel free to go ahead and join our Discord. There'll be rooms on there where you guys can just chat. We'll do some of like these after the show discussions. We'll take on to the Discord and keep the conversations going, and have some pickup games that can go on out there. So please tell your friends. I appreciate everything that you guys are doing. I took a look. I had to get some paperwork because nothing's official yet, but there's some things that I'm looking at bringing to the table that I'm really excited about. Growing my company and growing my business, and in doing that, getting all this paperwork together, it boggled my mind that it's been since 2011 that I've been doing this officially as an LLC business. I've been doing it longer than that, but officially taking it, to that level, I couldn't believe that it's been, that long that I've been doing this thing. And it's because of the people that I've met, my customers, friends, family members that have supported me. Two of my very good friends that have supported me and have been with me at conventions, Matt Allen and Steve Negron. Uh, you guys, there's not enough words to tell you guys how deeply lucky I am to have you guys with me on this ride and stuff like that. Two of the sweetest guys you'll ever meet. Steve loves talking about pretty much anything that's pop culture related, and Matt, that guy knows tons and tons about comics, um, and is one of the biggest Zelda freaks that I've ever met in my life. And I say that with all affection. So yeah, there's definitely going to be some changes in the wind that'll be coming down. I'm going to be excited to share that with all of you guys when it becomes official. But when it does, it's going to begin a new chapter in this crazy ride. But I just wanted to take the time to thank you all for that. So that's going to wrap this thing up here. I'm learning the ropes on all this live social media stuff. The people who've met me at shows and stuff knows I am not a social media fan. So I apologize. That's why there's not a lot of activity that lately that's been on our page and stuff like that. But I'm bringing in some people who that's all they're going to be dedicated to is running our social media platforms. And doing stuff like this is going to, it kind of makes it fun. We're going to have more people involved in these discussions, and the two web shows that we have planned are going to be pretty exciting. And a lot of the people that I've met during all of the conventions and everything, doing some live shows, bringing them in, talking about their projects and things that they're working on. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I just wanted to take the time to thank you guys for everything. It really means a lot. So, like I said, I'll have some more polished off versions of this thing on our social media sites that probably go up in a little bit. But thank you guys for signing in. I appreciate everything, and I wish you guys good night. God bless. Take care.